Hello and welcome again. And after a long time, I'm back with a new project. Actually, in this video, we're going to build a simple website using React.js and Tailwind CSS. Here, you can see this website is very awesome and elegant. It's actually a service-based website, and here you can see there are some services. I just take the simple name, but you can edit and you can customize the images so that it will be more professional. And here is a banner, here is about text and a simple footer. Okay, but here my main focus is I will show you a awesome features, actually chatting features. For example, here you can see a call icon. So when someone click this call icon, it will redirect to a call page where he can just call with you, and he also can invite to others people to join with him. Okay, so that is my main focus, and this is very important. If you are going to work with a company, you must have to develop new features on an existing website. So that would be very handy in this video actually. Okay, so I hope you can understand what we're going to build it actually, but I will start from the beginning so you don't have to worry about. And finally, when our app will be completed, we will deploy it on Vercel so that it will be a complete app and you can share it with anyone. Okay, so let's explore the features, the calling features, actually video call features here. So here you can see the icon, and if anyone click this icon, then it will redirect to a call page. Actually, you can see this is call page, and it will ask you to allow your microphone. Let me allow it, and then it will ask you to allow the camera. Let me allow my camera. So here you can see my face. Actually, I am just recording this video from my laptop, so that's why the camera is very poor. Let me just close it and also close the microphone. Here you can see a awesome UI dashboard, and from here you can just create a room and invite your friends using this link. Actually, if you share this link to your friend will also can join this meeting actually. Okay, so here if I type my name, for example, this is my name, and if you just click to join here, you can see another dashboard is there, and this is actually calling features. Here you can see you can just turn on your mic, or you can just turn off it. As I'm recording this video, so that's why I just turn off. Here you can see a video on and off options. Here you can share your screen, so by clicking there you can just share your screen so that the other person can see what's going on your PC. Okay, so then here is a three dots. If you click, then you can change the layout, you can just change the setting options. You have audio and video options. You can see this, I'm just toggling thing. Then this is the end button, and here we have chat features, and if you write anything here, then you can see I'm just typing hi, and if you have other person, he can also see that. Okay, then you can see who are joining with you. This is the members icon. You can see room members, and right now I am here. But what if you want to invite others people to join this call actually? So here is the thing. Here you can see the info icon, and if you click here, you will find a link, and if you share this link to your friends actually, then he can also join it. Okay, so for now actually I'm going to invite me from my mobile actually. So right now I don't have any friends, so that's why I'm just sending it to my friends, and now I will join it using this link so that you can just see it how it's going to work. Okay, I'm just joining from my mobile phone, and I'm just writing a name. For example, I'm just writing, maybe it would be Mamun 2. Okay, so here if I just click to join, then you can see my face on the screen within a few seconds. Look, I'm on here actually. So I think you can see me actually here on this screen. And now what if I send any message? Let me just send a message here. Hi, this is from mobile phone. Okay, so I'm just sending a sticker. Let me just see. Here you can see Mamun2 is sending a message, and you can also check the message from the chat icon. Here let me just show you. You can see Mamun to send this message. You can just check how many members are joining here. So here is the thing. You can just see it here. You can just mute or you can just pin it. Actually, we will implement these features within 10 seconds actually. So I hope you will understand what we're going to build today. Okay, so let me turn off this call. I'm just clicking the end button and here confirm. So call is gone and let me back to the home screen and go to the website. Okay, so this is the features we're going to develop and we'll start from the beginning and we'll implement these features using ZEGOCLOUD. So let me go to the websites and introduce you so that you can also use it. So we'll go to ZEGOCLOUDs. You will search ZEGOCLOUDs on Google and you can simply go to their websites. So here is the first websites. You can just explore it, ZEGOCLOUDs, and this is actually a beautiful interactive app voice and chat API. Using their API you can just build awesome video chat app within a few seconds actually. Okay, so firstly we will introduce some features and service they are providing. Actually they are providing a main type of services. For example, you can just use their API to just create one-to-one call functionality. You can just use it as a group call kit. You can also use it for your video conferencing, live streaming, and so on. Actually you can explore 20 plus pre-built UI kit to enhance your websites actually. Okay, so now I will also show you the UI kit and its feature actually. Okay, so GeoClouds is easy to use API and SDK kits, adding more advanced functionality within your existing apps, and this is very important to have nowadays on your websites. Okay, so now what if actually I will show you some features of their UI kit. So using their UI kit, actually here you will find 20 plus UI kits. You have 50 components. It's actually open source class platform. Actually it will work on mobile devices and your PC and everywhere. Your tablets can obviously use it using a single same code actually. Okay, so it's ready to use so that you can simply just copy paste and complete this within a few seconds actually. And here it's very time consuming. If you just build a new features from the beginning, it will take huge time, but you don't have to do that. You can use the API and can complete it within a few seconds actually. Then it's actually offering for many platforms. You can use it for Apple app, you can also use it for Android, React Native, Flutter, and core JavaScript. You can also do it for React obviously. Okay, so here you can see there's some demo of this. It's actually your video view will be very, you can just display speaker view and player view flexibility. You have dynamic video layouts, and this is the code actually in room messages. So this is the code. Face beautification functionality also have there actually. Okay, you can invite others people to join call. So I will you don't need to worry about that because I will implement all of these and show you how you can use their API and you can make this awesome video call functionality. Okay, so I hope you will explore these websites and just follow me and make your first video calling functionality on your website. Okay, so I hope that's all for now, and let's move to the project building. Okay, so I'm just closing all of this, and here right now we'll build this website, then we'll just get started with the functionality. Okay, so for this actually we'll close all of this and then create a new folder. So this folder, maybe let me name it ZEGOCLOUD video app. Okay, I'm just name it. You can name it anything, but I just name it this. Okay, so here what you have to do, you have to open this on VS Code. So that's why I will open VS Code, and then let me close all of this stuff. We don't need that. what we will do, we'll drag this folder to VS Code and just paste it here. So if you do that, then you can see the website name is here, ZEGOCLOUD's video app, and it's right now empty. Let me close this, and you can see on the left side there is no file, no folder. So we'll just start from the beginning, and let's move to the second thing. What we will do, we'll define a React project using Vite, and for this my love place is Tailwind CSS. I love Tailwind CSS, you know. So here we'll go to Tailwind CSS and we'll follow the installation process from their documentation. So that's why we'll hit this get started. From here you can see it will redirect to the installation page, and here you have lots of options, but I will click this framework guidelines. From here you can see there is the Vite option, so we'll choose this Vite option, and here this is the fun thing. You can just follow this step by step process to build a React project using Vite and Tailwind CSS. Okay, so for this, at first what you have to do, you have to copy this line, but as we have created our folder, that's why we don't copy everything. We'll just copy these first three words. Actually, you can just copy this, and here you will have to open the terminal. You can drag it to open the terminal, or you can just open the terminal from here. So this is new terminal, and the command is Control Shift and the caret sign. Okay, but I am just comfort of dragging it. Let me drag it here. What we will do, we'll copy npm create Vite at the rate latest. We'll copy it and we'll paste it here. So let me press an enter, and here let me paste it. What we are defining it, npm, and then create command, then Vite at the rate latest. You can manually type it. After then, as we're going to install it to an existing project, so we don't need to create another folder. So that's why we'll define dot slash, and then what you have to do, you have to press enter. Then it will say choose a framework. Yes, we obviously use React, so that's why you can use your up and down arrow to toggle all of this framework. So from your keyboard you can just type up and down arrow, so you can see when the React is targeted. Here you can see the arrow is on React, then you can press enter. Then you have to choose a variant. Actually you will choose which type of language you are going to use. Yeah, we are going to use JavaScript, so that's why again we will use our up and down arrow key from the keyboard, and when the JavaScript is selected we'll press enter. Then you can see there are some folders and files that is listed on the left panel, and you can see public folder, src folder. It's actually our project is almost created. What you have to do, you have to define node modules. You have to install node modules, so that's why this is the command. We will copy this command and then we will paste it here, and you can see you can manually type it npm install. Then if you press enter, within a few seconds actually another folder will added there. So that is actually node modules that will just maintain your node packages. So the installation process is here. Wait until it complete. Look, as I said, you will just get a new folder that is node modules. It will manage all the packages, node packages that you will use here. Okay, so when the installation process is done, to run this app you have to just command this npm run dev. So let me just paste it here, npm run dev, to run the Vite project. So that's why let me press enter. So if you just do this, then you will find a localhost URL, and what you have to do to open it on your browsers, you have to just press Ctrl and click here. Then you can see a Vite project is created. It's the default Vite projects. You can just see it's a counter app actually. Okay, so what the next step? The next step is we have to integrate Tailwind CSS. For this we have to follow the second step. If you read this, actually you will see you have to command this first and then the second command to install Tailwind CSS. Okay, at first let me copy the first one, and here our project is running. You can just press Ctrl and click Ctrl C to stop this project. So let me press Ctrl C to, you can see this is stopped right now, and the command option is open right now. You have to paste the code, so I'm just pasting it Control V for paste, and here you can see we're going to install tailwind css, post css, auto prefixer as dev dependency. That means dev dependency. Okay, let me install it. That's done, but how you understand is there it's installed or not? So for this, actually let me just reduce its size, and from here if you go to the package.json file, and if you scroll a little bit, here you can find the app name, here the versions, and here you can find some script, then dependency. We have installed react, so that's why reacts. But as in the previous, actually we'll install tailwind css, post css, and auto prefixer. Where is this? Actually, as I said, dash d means dev dependency, so this is dev dependency. Here you can see this is tailwind css, this is post css, and the auto prefixer, the three things that we installed by the command actually. Okay, so then the next option is we have to define npx tailwind css init. Actually we will initialize tailwind.config.js, so that's why this is the command. We will copy this command and again we will paste it here. Let me clear it again, paste it here, and we will just press enter. So if you just press enter here on this left panel, you will find a new file that will be tailwind.config.js file. Okay, let me check it. I'm just pressing enter, and here you can see a new tailwind.config file is created. So the file is here, tailwind.config.js. Okay, and post css.config.js file is created. This two file will create. Okay, so after then what you have to do, you have to move to the step 3, and here you have to define the template path. How actually tailwind css will work on your projects. Look, we will just replace this content section to the content sections. So at first we will have to go to tailwind.config.js file. Let's check it. So here tailwind.config.js file, we will open it, and right now we can see the content is empty. We have to copy this content sections. You can simply copy this whole sections. You can see it's actually dark code. So you will copy it and you will back to the tailwind.config file, and what you have to do, you have to replace it. I'm just replacing it from the code. Then this step is done. Then the fourth step is you have to add derivatives to your css. So for this, actually you will have to go to src folder, then index.css. Let me go to src folder. So this is src folder, then index.css, this is here. But we have some code, we have to remove all of this stuff. So that's why we'll just press Ctrl A to mark all, and backspace or delete key to remove everything. And on this, actually on this file, we'll just copy these 3 lines and paste it on index.css. That's fine. Then our project is almost done. We have to run this again. So when you edit anything on the config file, you have to restart your app so that it will work. It will just restart and work again. Okay, so that's why here we'll define the command npm run dev to run this app. And here is the thing, localhost url, and if you just refresh this, then you will see our style is broken. So why actually we'll install tailwind css and we'll remove some css from here. So here there are some default css from app.css. You will go to the app.css and you will just remove all of this style from the app.css. And if you do this, then you will see now it's start from the top left corner. That means our tailwind css is working. Okay, how you will understand? So to understand it, actually let me close all of this stuff and we'll go to the app.jsx. So app.jsx is the entry point actually, so that's why we'll go there, and here you will define some code. We'll remove all of this code, and here at first we'll define a h1 tag and we'll define hello js. Okay, I'm just defining the text, and we can remove all the unused thing from here. Okay, your app will be as simple as something like this. Then if you visit the website, you can see hello js, and it's actually not getting the height of h1 tag. That means tailwind css is working. Okay, if you want to style it, you have to define a class name. So that would be class name. And here if you want to use any type of tailwind css class, it will work. For example, text maybe 5xl. If you press Ctrl Shift, then it will just appear the suggestions. Let me define 5xl, and if you go back, then you can see it's now bigger. If you want to make it bold, then that would be font bold. You can see it's now font bold. If you want to change color, let me change it to red or something like this. Let me define red 600. Then you can see it's actually working. All the tailwind css that is here, you can apply margin padding, you can explore all of this stuff. So you can apply flex, you can just add padding. So to add padding, this is the p prefix, and here we have to define the value. Okay, let me add some padding. So that would be p, and here I'm just applying padding 24. Okay, so let me check. Here you can see it's padding all around 24. Okay, so 24 means if you hover here, you can see it would be 6 frame and 96 pixel. Okay, so when you hover a class, then it will suggest the properties of it. Okay, so that is, you can see font weight 700, font size 3 rem. Okay, so from here we can sure that we have React.js installed and Tailwind CSS installed. Next option is we have to install React Router DOM. So that's why from here we'll search React Router DOM. Let me close this Tailwind CSS. We don't need that. So if you scroll a little bit, then you can see reactrouter.com. You will go to the website. From here you will hit this get started, then you will find tutorial section. Click this tutorial section. After clicking this tutorial section, you will go to the setup, and here it will see at first you have to create a project. So we have already done that project. Then you will have to go to inside the projects. So that would be the cd we have already in the existing project. So that's why the third option will copy this line. Actually, you can just copy the whole line, or you can simply copy npm install react router dom. You can do anything. Let me just copy this whole line so that it will be simplified for you. I'm just copy this line, and right now we'll have to open again the terminal, and look, our app is running on this terminal. Every time if I'm very lazy and I don't want to stop it, so that's why what we can do, we can just split this terminal and take a new terminal. Let me split it. So if I split it, here you can see a new terminal is opened here, and here you can run your all of the command. Okay, so make sure you are on the right path. So this is the right path. Okay, here we'll paste the code. What we're going to install, we're going to install react router dom, and with it you can just see we also install local forage match to match shorter and sorted by. So you can just remove all of this stuff. If you don't want to keep it, you can just remove it, or you can just go with default. Okay, let me press enter. That's done. After it's completed, what we have to do, we have to move to a little bottom, then you have to add a router. So how you can just add a router, you have to go to main.jsx, then you have to implement the router thing. Okay, let me go to main.jsx. Here we will have to implement our router. So that's why from here at the beginning we'll copy this dark code. You can see the color changes. This is white and it's a little bit sky blue. Okay, it's lighter sky blue. Okay, we will copy this thing at first, the first dark code, and we'll paste it after here. Okay, I'm just pasting the code here and take a mask gap. Then we'll copy paste this section, copy this, paste it here. Actually here we are just defining create a browser router. Actually we're creating a router here and name it as its router. This is variable, and inside this variable actually we're just calling a method. Okay, after then what you have to do, you have to copy this line and you have to replace this. Okay, let me replace this app with the line. That's okay. So if you do this right now, if you visit your website, you can see hello world, but in our app.css it is actually hello.js. Why actually the hello.js not showing? So to see it, actually here you can see the element is rendering a div instead of the app. So that's why it's showing hello world instead of hello.js. So here we'll remove that and we'll just define the app here. So that would be app and self closing. So this is a app components. We are just rendering on the root path, so that would be app component. So if you do this, then you can see it's actually working again. Okay, so this is done. Now we are going to move to the development. So we'll just make the header first, then we'll make the neighbor first, then we'll move to the second sections and make the banner, then the project, the service listing, and then banner and other stuff. So for this, actually what you have to do, so to make this, actually let me close this main.jsx. From here we will remove that, we'll make a neighbor. So that's why we'll make a new components. So we'll arrange it in a component folder. All the other component will keep on the component folder. So that's why we'll click this src, then create a folder components, and inside this components we will have a neighbor.jsx. as we are using javascript, so that's why in react we'll have jsx syntax. Here at first we'll have to create a functional component, so you can just create manually by this way. So that would be a neighbor, then it will be a arrow function, something like this, then we'll return a div. For example, let me return a neighbor, and finally we'll have to export it. By this way, actually defined a react functional component. This is actually react functional component. So we have created a functional component. Now we will use it on app.js. So we'll remove this h1 tag, and here we'll import neighbor. So if you import neighbor right now, you can see on the website, you will see the neighbor is here. If you design the neighbor here, it will automatically work on here because we imported it on the app.jsx. So that is the entry point of our websites. Okay, so you can create a functional component by this way, and let's move to designing. Okay, here instead of div we will use semantic tag, so that would be nav, and inside this nav what we will have, we'll have a class name. Let me have class name, we'll define w full, that means it will take full width, then we will have z index, so that would be 30, and then we'll define it top 0, and we'll add padding py 4 pixels. Okay, so that is the specific padding. Inside this, actually what we will have to do, we'll have a div, then inside this div we will have a label. This label will define menu toggle, and for example right now let me define, okay, for now let me define menu. Then we'll have a input field, that would be checkbox, and by default the class name will be hidden, and we'll define an id here. So the id will be menu toggle, so id will be this thing, menu toggle. Okay, so that is the thing. Let me check it. So this is menu and the checkbox is not showing, and inside this label actually we can just use a svg. So let me just show you how it's going there. So maybe it's show on hidden and it will show on actually here. So that would be something like this. Okay, so we'll have to make this type of thing. We'll define the some class name on this, so that would be class name. We'll define w full, then we'll define container, we'll have mx auto, that means it will move to the middle position. Then we'll define flex, then we'll have flex verb, then we'll have item center, justify between, margin top 0, px6, py3. Okay, so that is the thing. Let me check it. The menu is here, there it's getting some margin to the top. Okay, let me add some space. So I think now it's fine. And we need actually a icon, so that would be here on this label we can just add some class name. The class name will be cursor pointer. Then we'll have on medium devices it will be hidden. Then it will be display on small devices, so that is the thing. And here you can see it will be it is not shown on actually the larger devices, but it will show on small devices. Here, instead of hard-coded menu, we can just define a SVG icon here, or you can just use an icon. So that icon will be, we can just use React icons. So we'll go to React icons. From here we'll have to install it. Let me copy this and open the terminal. We'll just install all our command on this right side. So that's why paste it, install it. Look, we will need actually a menu icon, something like this. So let me find a menu icon. So here we'll search menu. Then you can see we have this type of menu. You can choose any of this. Let me choose, let me check how it's something like this. Maybe it's on. You will have to copy it and keep it at the top. Then you will have to copy the components and you will have to paste it on here actually. Okay, so here we'll define the height. The height will be class name, maybe it will be w6 or 5 is 5. And okay, so I think this is fine. Let me check it. This is something like this. So this icon is done. After having this icon, the next step is, let me close this. What you have to do, after the input field we'll take a div. So this div will have an id. Id will be menu. Then we will have a class name, so that would be by default hidden. And on medium devices it will be flex. Then on medium devices it will be item center. On medium devices w will be auto. Then we'll have w full by default. We'll have order 3. We'll have on medium devices we'll have order 1. Okay, so that is the thing. Inside these actually we'll have a nav. Then inside this nav we'll have, you can just make it div if you want. We'll have a eval tag and we have a li tag. Here we'll have shop. The text, let me define a anchor tag. So let me define a hash here, that would be shop. Okay, so let me check. It's actually the shop, something like this. It's shop. Then we have to make some styling, so that's why on this eval tag we'll define the class name. So that would be on medium devices we'll have flex, we'll have item center, we'll have justify between, we'll have text base, we'll have text gray 700. I'm not just memorizing. Let me see, it's actually suggesting pt on medium devices pt 0. Okay, something like this. On the eval tag actually there no style, but on the a anchor tag we'll have some class name. We'll define inline block. Then we'll have under no underline, but when you hover then it will be text black, then on hover that would be underline, and finally we'll have some padding. Py will be 2 and px will be 4. Okay, that is the styling. So here you can see if you hover it will just this type of effects. Okay, so that is the thing. You can just copy paste it, and let me copy it one time. So we'll copy the li tag and copy it, and instead of this we'll define this is about. Okay, then we will have the first two thing is done, something like this. After having this div, after having complete this div, actually let me check this div is completed. After this div, actually we'll have another div, and here we will have a anchor tag. That would be, maybe we can just define no path here, and here we will have our app website logo name or website name. So that would be notice. Okay, and let me add some styling here. So that would be class name. We'll have flex items center tracking white no underline hover. Acha, we don't need to define hover. We'll define font bold. One hover, actually no underline. Then we'll have text gray 800, text excel. Okay, that is the thing. Let me check it. So look, this is nourish, so Nordish, and we need a shop icon. So for this, actually we can use React icons. Here we'll define shop. Then we'll have, maybe it's something like this. Let me check. It's cart icon. Okay, so let me define cart or shopping cart. Shopping cart, something like this. Cart. Okay, this is something like this. Maybe we can just choose this. I can choose any one. Okay, let me copy this, paste it here, then we'll copy this and keep it after this text. And here we'll have to define class name. That would be height is 6 w6. Now let me check it. Look, this is okay. So but we need to change the border, so that's why here we'll define class name. We'll define by default border 1. Then we'll have on medium devices order will be 2. So now you can see it's here, and if you check it on small devices you will have something like this. Okay, and lastly we'll have this to button. So let's make that. So that's why here after this div we'll have another div, and we will define anchor tag. Here we'll have hash, then let me check. Here actually we'll have a user icon. So let me define user. So something like this, which type of user. So user, this type of user. So let me copy it, paste it here, then copy it inside this, we'll paste it. Okay, We'll define the height, so that would be class name is 6w6. Okay, now we'll define the class. So here the class name will be order 2. By default on medium devices, order will be 3. That would be flex items center, and here we'll also add some id, so that would be id nav content. Okay, and finally on this anchor tag we'll have class name. The class name will be inline block, then we'll have no underline. Underline will have hover, text black. Okay, so this is on, and there is another icon. So let me copy it, and this time it will be a cart icon, so that would be cart. Let me go to cart, and we have the same cart that we used. Maybe we can use this same cart. I'm just not making it. Let me copy paste it. Okay, so here you need some styling. We'll define some left margin padding, so that would be pl3. So padding left 3 actually. Now something like this, look, this website is here, and now if you just check it on small devices you will have this. Okay, so you can see this is actually awesome. And finally our navbar is done. So after having this navbar complete, what you have to do, you have to move to this banner section. So we'll make this banner very simply. So for this again we will define a component. So here the component will be hero. This is hero section, so hero.jsx. Let me close this, and here we'll import the hero. But before that, here we'll have to write react function, react functional components, but we don't do it manually. We'll have an extension that is actually es7. You can just use this extension es7 plus react redux react native snippet. Using this extension, just install it. After installing it, if you type rafce, then it will create a react functions for you, actually react functional component for you, that I shown it on when we're working on number. Okay, we can just remove this. It's the warning for ESLint, so we remove it. A hero component is created. Now we'll have to import it from here after this, so that would be hero jsx. Let me self closing it. So right now after this, here you can see this is hero. So let's design this hero section. So for this here, we'll have a div. Here we'll define class name, we'll define carousel. Okay, this is not available, we'll define it relative. Then we'll define container, then we'll have mx auto. Okay, and we'll add some styling. This is manual styling, and for this if you add any styling on this react project csx syntax, actually you will have to define two parentheses here. That would be max width, it will follow the camel case. So this is max width, and here we'll define the width, so that would be 1600 pixels. Okay, and now what we will do, we will use, actually we will use swiper.js. So we'll go to swiper.js, then we'll hit this get started. Look, this is the npm command. You will copy this command and install the packages. So let me install it. I'm just installing it. Let me clear. So if you just press clear, then everything is clear from there. So we have installed npm packages. Then here is the thing, you have to just follow this. You can just you have to import the css. So you can just do it, or you can just check the document, you can just check the demos and can include that. Okay, we'll click this demo options, then you can see lots of the demo will load it. You can implement this type of slide. You can also implement this type of slide. Look, you can use any type of slides, but for actually in this project we'll use the responsive. So that is the responsive one. So we'll click this react and it will open code sandbox. So from here, what you have to do, you have to copy something from here. We'll copy all of this stuff. We'll copy all of this stuff. Show me, let me show you again. We'll copy this stuff and we'll include it at the top. After then, what you will do, you will have to copy this section, swiper section, and now we'll paste it inside this. Instead of hero, we'll paste it here. So if you do this, let me check what is going to show. It's actually showing a error. Actually, we are importing every css. This is actually, we don't have dot style dot css, so we'll remove this style. Okay, so after doing this, here you can see we'll have slideshow, but instead of this we'll have to show this type of image. Okay, so for this, actually what we'll do, we'll have to implement a slide. So we'll define a array of objects. So that's why let me define a slides array. Here we'll define const slids slides, that would be a array of objects. So here we'll have a title, sorry, that would be title, and this title will be, you can see, let me check for the title, based video editing in USA, based video editing in USA. You can just copy paste the code. I will just provide you git repository, so you don't have to manually do that. I have completed it for you. Then we'll have image, and the image here will use a image from Unsplash. So here we'll go to Unsplash, and then here you can just search video editing. Then you can just copy any of this image. So you can just copy paste any of this image. Let me just copy this image for now, actually, so that I can just show you exactly the same thing. I'm just copying the image, but if you check the git repository, you have the image. So this is the first thing. This is the first thing. You can just copy paste this thing for 2 times or 3 times. Let me copy paste this 3 times, and you can change the images. So for you, actually, let me change another. Let me define the second image. I'm sorry, I have to copy paste it for you, actually. Okay, then the text is maybe world class video production. So here that would be world class video production. Okay, and finally third one, let me check. So this is the last one. Let me copy this image. You can find all of these images on Unsplash. You can see here you will find all of this image. Let me paste it here. Okay, our slide is done. This is array of objects. Now we can use it. So how we can just do it? Here actually you can see slides. We'll remove all of these slides, and instead of this we'll have on slides. Here we'll define a curly braces and we'll call this slides, and then we'll do map. Inside here what we will receive, we will have index slides and index, then we'll have a parenthesis. Inside this parenthesis we'll copy this. Let me cut it and paste it here. So let me again, sorry, that would be a little, so here we'll have a key, so that would be index. Okay, here in this slide actually, let me check if it's showing 3 slides. So let me remove all of these images, and right now we can see we'll have 3 slides. But instead of these, actually what we'll do, we'll define a div. Inside this div we'll have another div, and this div will have some class name. Let me define the class name. The class name will be container. Then we'll have mx auto. Okay, so inside this div we'll have a div, so this div will have a p tag, so that would be actually titles. So we'll use this slides dot title. So you can just copy the title text from here and you can just paste it. So if you do this right now, you can see the 3 titles there. Okay, so after this we can add some class name on this paragraph. So that would be text white for now. Then we'll have text to Excel, and we'll have my4. Okay, so after this p, actually we'll have a p, another, oh okay, we will have a anchor tag. So that would be slash for now, or something like this. Here we will have a text, so that would be view pricing. Okay, and here we'll define some class name. That would be text Excel. We'll have inline block, then we'll have no underline. We'll have border B. We'll have border gray 600. Then leading will be relaxed. Then on hover we'll have text indigo 600, or you can just keep it 500. And finally we'll have text white. Then on hover we will have border black, then we'll have margin bottom too. Okay, and finally after this we'll target this div. We'll have class name, we'll have busy, we'll add a background, so the busy black. Then we'll have opacity, the opacity will be 65, and then we'll have flex call, we'll have w full, and finally on large devices we'll have w half. Then on medium devices ml 16 items center on medium devices. Item a start will have px6 will have tracking white, and finally we'll have rounded sm. Okay, so let's check it. So it's something like this. We'll have to style more. So for these, actually we'll go to the div. So this is the div. Here we'll have a class name, so that would be log. Then we'll have ace full, then we'll have w full, then we'll have mx auto. Finally on medium devices, that would be flex. We'll have bit of 6. We'll have margin medium devices, bit of will be 0. Then we have item center on medium devices. Background will be busy cover. Then we'll have busy right. Okay, so let me check it. It's still not showing properly. So here we'll add some styling. We'll actually add background image. So here we'll have same thing. We'll have a height. So height will be something like 50 VAs, comma. Then we'll have background image. So background image, then the background image will be cat sign, then URL. Here we'll define a URL. So the URL will be the image URL. So that's why here we'll have a dollar sign, then we'll have curly braces. So that would be slide dot image. So let me check it. Yeah, the image is showing. And finally we'll define background blend mode. So that would be linear. Okay, so let me check. Fine, but it's actually not showing. What you can just do it, you can just do a little change. Actually we don't need to define breakpoints. You can remove this, and per slide maybe it's okay. Let me check it. Okay, so after doing this, you can see it's fine. You can add some padding top here. Maybe we can just add some padding, bit of 1. Okay, or you can just define 2. Okay, so you can see this is something like this, the slider. Okay, so these two things is done. You can check it on a small devices. It's perfectly showing. You can see it's actually perfectly showing. After having this, what you have to do, you have to the second section. So this is actually the store section. So you can just divide, you can just keep your service here. So for this, actually let me create another component. So that would be actually, you can name it anything, but I would like to define it a store. So that would be meaningful. Name RAFCE, React Functional Component. We can remove that one. And here what you have to do, at first we'll define a section tag, and then we'll have some class name. Let me define busy white. Then we'll define padding. So that would be py8. Okay, after this we'll have to import it. Let me import it after hero. So that would be store. Fine, you can see this is a store. Let me close this hero, and here on this store, what you have to do, we'll have to h2, then we'll define this is our video production services. Okay, so we'll define some class name that would be text to excel. We'll have font semi bold. We'll have padding left 6. We'll have padding top 5. Okay, something like this. Let me check. Here is the text. After this text, we'll have this type of awesome card. So for this, actually what you have to do, you have to need some products. So that's why I would request you to go to the git repository that I will provide in the video descriptions. You can just go there and you can find the complete code actually. So you will go there, then if you click this public, then here you will find product.json file. We will have to copy this. So let me go to public folder. Here we'll define products.json file. It's a JSON file. What you have to do, you have to copy this and paste it here. So this is the thing. You can edit the name, you can edit the image and pricing, and you can customize it based on your need. Okay, so here at first what you have to do, you have to define a user state hook. So that would be products and set products, and that would be user state, and here it will be a array. Actually, why array? If you check, look, this is a complete array, so that's why we define a array here. After there, we will define a use effect hook. Then here it will just have a empty dependency, and we will have a callback function. So it's a anonymous arrow functions. Here we'll have a fetch functionality. We'll define a function, so const fetch products, and here that would be a async function. We'll have a try catch block. If any catch happens, we'll define console.error, and we'll catch the error. Otherwise, we'll have const response, that would be a wait, and then we'll call the fetch method, and here we'll define dot slash go to public, then products. As you are just loading it from public folder, so that's why you don't need to define public. After then, if you get the response, you will have to define if not response. Okay, let me just console log it first. So clg response. Okay, so let me check it if we are getting it. So to getting it, what you have to do, you have to call this fetch call. Okay, so let me check it if we are getting it on the console or not. Refresh, then you can see we're getting a response from the line number 10. So that is actually line number 10, so we're getting response. So if you are not getting the response, so that's why here we'll define conditions. So not response dot okay. So if not response is okay, then we'll define throw a error, throw a new error, that would be Here we'll define failed to fetch products data. Okay, something like this. But if this is happened, then we'll define connotes data equal, we'll have await, and that will convert, we have to convert it to JSON file, and finally we'll have to set it to the products. Okay, set products. So finally, after this block, if you just console log the products, now you will get the products. So let me check it. Let me clear this console log. So refresh it. Now you can see all the 6 data that is here. We'll have only 6 data. You can see the id is 6, so we'll have 6 product data that is loaded here. If you have the data, you can just simply show it here. So after this, actually after this, we'll have a new div, and in this div we'll have a parenthesis. We'll call the products, then we'll map it as that we done before. We'll have product, we'll have something like this, then we'll have a div, we'll have a key, so key will be product.id. So that would be the key, and here we'll have a anchor tag. Let me define the hash here, and inside this anchor we'll have a img. Instead of hard coded src, we'll define product, and let me check what the define is image. So this is image, let me copy it, product.image. So let me check it. Here you can see all the images are shown here. You can see the images. Let me show you here, all the images is there. So if you have the images, you can just define some class name. So let me define class name. Here we'll define on hover, it will be grow, then we'll have on hover, it will be shadow large. Okay, and here we'll target this div and define the class name. We'll define w full. On medium devices, w will be 1/3, and xl, w will be 1/4, p will be 6. By default it will be flex, and by default it will be flex call. Okay, something like this. Then after this anchor tag, we will have a div. So inside this div we'll have a paragraph, so that would be product name, so that would be product dot name. After then we'll have a heart icon, something like this, a heart icon. So let me define heart. So this is colored, okay, not colored, so that would be something like this. We'll copy this, keep it at the top, then copy this and keep it after this name. Okay, we'll define it a height and width, so that would be class name a6 w6. Then we'll have a text tray 500 on hover, text black. Okay, something like this. Let me check it. Here we'll have this look. And what if we just add some css to this div? So let me define class name. We'll define p-top3, then we'll have flex, we'll have item center, We'll have justify between. Okay, that is the thing. And lastly, after this div, we'll have a p tag. So that is actually for pricing. Product dot pricing. So let me define the price. So this is price. Okay, here we'll have class name. Then we'll have p top one. Then we'll have text gray 900. Something like this. Let me check. So this is fine. Now finally we'll target this div and define class name. That would be container mx auto. Then we'll have flex item center, flex verb. Then we'll have padding top 4. We'll have pb 12. Okay, something like this. Let me check. So now this is perfect. This is showing. And if you check it on smaller devices, let me inspect it. So right now in medium device, it's showing 3 items. When you are on small devices, you will have something like this. We need to fix a little bit. Let's call item center. Justify between. Actually not working. Let me fix it. Why it's not showing on small devices? Okay, so after doing this, actually it's perfect. You can see this is perfect. So this is done. Actually when you hover, it will just show a shadow. Look, so this section is done. Finally we'll have a banner. So this is very simple banner, and then we'll have this text. I think you will can do this, but let me just do it so that you can just have reduce your pain. Okay, then what we will have, this is actually the extra feature or banner 2. So we'll define extra banner dot j6 rfce. Let me clear it, then we'll import it. Now let me style this. So for this, actually we'll have a section tag here. So then we'll define the class name. The class name will be w full. Then we'll have mx auto. Then we'll have busy nordic gray. Okay, we don't need background. Actually we'll have flex. We'll have padding top 12. We'll have on medium device padding top 0. Then we'll have on medium devices item center. We'll have background busy cover. We'll have busy right. After then we'll add some styling. The style will be max width So that would be 1600 pixels. After then we'll have height, so that would be 32 rem. Okay, so that is the thing. Then inside this we'll have a div, so we'll define this is container, then mx auto. Finally here we'll have a h1 tag, sorry, we'll have a h1 tag. We'll define some text here, so let me define the text. We'll have class name, that would be text to excel. We will define my4. Okay, after this we'll have a anchor tag, we'll have hash, we'll have show preview, we'll have class name text excel, then text white, then inline block, no underline. Okay, something like this, or you can just copy this from the hero section. So let me copy this and replace it here. Okay, so example. Okay, so after having this here, actually we need the same thing. We need to show the image, so that's why here we'll have the image. We will, let me just define this. Here we'll have background image, then we'll have URL. Here we'll have a image URL. So let me define any image. So for now I am just copying the image. You can find it, the image, on the Unsplash websites. So right now the image is there. Okay, so this is the image, and now we will define the styling a little bit. We can keep it inside a div, so let me cut it, make a div and keep it inside a div. Now here we'll add styling, so that would be flex call, then we'll have w full, then we'll have lg w half, justify center, then items start, we have px6, we have tracking wider. Okay, let me check it. And we need to define the text color a little bit, so that would be text white, font semi bold, something like this. Now I think this is perfect. Okay, so finally we'll have this about section and the footer section. We'll have about.jsx, and here, so what we will do, I'm just copying and paste. It's you will find the code there, so I'm just doing it so that I can reduce the time and focus on the main thing. Here you will find about.jsx. Just copy this and paste it here, and finally import it. This is done. Now let me check the about is done. You can just edit it there, and finally we'll also copy the footer section. So here we'll have to create a footer. So click this component, create a folder. So that would be fwter.jsx rfce, or you can just copy the footer text. So here is the footer, copy this and paste it here. Okay, this footer is done. Now let me use it here. Okay, so I think the visual thing is done. Actually, let me check it on small devices. Here is how it's going. It's showing perfectly on mobile devices. Okay, so now the main thing, we have to implement this chat functionality, video call functionality. So this is the task what we are going to do right now. Okay, fine. So I don't copy paste it. Actually I have to make it so that you can understand it from the beginning. Okay, so for this, actually let me create the chat button first. At first we will have to create a chat button. So we'll click this component. We'll have chat button .jsx rfce react functional component. You are known much about it. We will import it from here. Chat button. Okay, fine. Now let's design a button. Inside this div, actually we'll have a button. Okay, so this button will simply a call icon. So let me define call icon. This call icon, maybe which one we will use. Let me check. Something like this. Maybe this is this button. We'll import this first, keep it at the top, then copy it, paste it inside this button. Okay, now here we'll define the class name. The class name will be w6a6. Okay, and here on this button we'll have class name. We'll define busy blue 500, then we'll have text white, then we'll have rounded full so that it will be radius, the border radius will be 50%, and here that would be padding p3, then it will be shadow lg, then we'll have hover. On hover, that would be busy blue 600, then focus will be outline none, focus will be ring blue blue 500, then focus will be ring offset offset 2, and finally focus will be ring offset white. So that is the styling, and right now you can see this is the button, and here we'll add some class name on this div. We'll have class name, and the class name will be fixed. We'll have bottom 4, we'll have right 4, we'll have z index 50. Okay, something like this. You can see this is the button. Okay, this button is completely here, but once the button is clicked, look here. So if you click this button, it will redirect to this page. So redirect to this page. So that's why here we'll have to define a use navigate. So hook, okay, const navigate equal use navigate hook. So call it. Then we'll define handle click, and that would be will redirect to the chat. So here on this button we'll call one click, and that would be handle click. Okay, so let me check it. So here let me click this button, it will redirect to the chat page. Okay, so right now chat or call page, you can just define it call page, you can just define it any page. Okay, so right now let me back to here. If you click here, it will redirect to call page, but we don't have any call page. So that's why what we will do, we'll go to back to the main.jsx. Here we'll define another route. So that would be path. The path will be the path here, that is actually the call. So here that would be call, and here we'll have to create elements. The element will be call. So that's why here we'll define call.js, call.jsx. You can just define video call.jsx, video call.jsx, rfce. Let me remove this, and from here we'll have to define video call components. Okay, so right now if you go back, click this, then the video call page is here. We'll have to design the call page, but now it's very simple. We'll just make this type of call page very simply. So for this, what we will go to do actually, so to go to do, let me explore, let me close all of this stuff. We'll go to ZEGOCLOUD's website, and from here what you have to do, you have to just log into these websites. So if you log into the websites, you will get actually 1000 minutes free time. Okay, so that would be very beneficial for you. Okay, so I will provide all the links in the video description, so please check there, so you can easily get claim for the free minutes. Okay, so let's do that. At first you have to sign up. So from here you will click this sign up button, then it will appear on the page. What you have to do, you have to provide your name. For example, let me define Mamun, and here that would be your last name. Maybe let me define Dave. You can choose your location, so you can choose your location, maybe it's India. So you can choose your location, where is India. So this is India. Then you will have to choose a work mail, you have to verify it, and you can easily sign up it. But as I have already an account, I will just go to the login. So I am just logging to my accounts. So this is my account dashboard. When you have a accounts, you will just want this page, and if you just check my link in the video description, you will get a free minutes. So that would be on 10,000 minute free minutes. You can see this is the thing you can claim, and it's a big deal for you. Okay, so let's try it. When you are on the dashboard, click this dashboard sections. At first you have to set up a project. Click here, and then you will choose which type of features you would like to use. If you want to implement voice and video call, then the first one. If you want to use this for the video conferencing, okay, everything is, this is the second one. For live streaming, this is the third one. Audio room, this one. In app chat, so that would be this one. Customized app, telehealth, one-to-one tutoring features is available, live shopping available, gaming streaming uh, was together, and one carrot, so all everything features is available. You can explore any of this, but the installation process is almost same. So as we're integrate a video call, so that's why we'll voice and video call, we'll choose the first one. And then what we have to do, you have to click this next button. Then you will have to define the project name, so we'll define, this is Nordics. Let me keep it, yeah, a small letter. We'll have to define underscore Nordics video app, okay, something like this. Then so when you have the project name initialized, you can choose any of these two options. So you can just use UI kits. It's very simple, it will take only a few seconds to make your app, or either you can just do this. So I'm going to click this start with UI kit, so that I don't make it manually, I will use the code. So here you can see this is the web code, you will have to use this simple code to make this. So that's why click here to start. It takes a few seconds to complete creating the projects, so wait until it's complete. Okay, done. Now click here. Then you can see there are the options, you can choose any of these. For example, we're going to build it on React project, so that's why this is the for web. Click here, then you can just save and start. Click here, wait, let me close it, save and start. So if you do this, then you can see it will just show the thing, yeah, it will create the thing. But I don't, let me close it, I want to get the config file. So here, let's get the config file and integration. Click here. Here you will find the app ID and the secret. You need these two things. So for this, but how you can just use that? So for this, actually, I would request you to go to the documentation. So let me go again. ZEGOClouds. Let me go to the ZEGOClouds, and from here we will go to the documentations, and then this is video calls. And here, look, okay, I got that. From here, actually, you can click this call kit, and from here you can find using, you can just integrate using HTML script. So this is the HTML script, you have to just include it on a script, something like this. This is the script, but we would like to npm packages, so that's why here we'll click this npm packages. So from here you have to install it, copy this, can copy this, open the terminal again, and here you have to paste it. Let me clear it, and I will have to paste it. Look here, npm I means install. Here we're going to install Jigo UI kits pre-built and dash dash save. Please enter. It's going to install, wait, it's done. Then the option is that you have to go a scroll a little bit. Here you will find the initialize SDK. This is the code you need. You can simply just copy the first line. So here, look, we're going to import Zigo UI kits pre-built. So we'll import it at the top on the video call page. Keep it at the top. After then, we'll have to generate a random ID. We'll copy this function. Keep this after this. You can add a comments here. That would be random ID generate. You can just comment it something like this, random ID. After this block you will have a function, so that is use get use URL param. So this is the thing, let me paste it after. Here we will add a comment, so that would be get user URL params. Okay, so users param, so that is the thing. After then you will have to copy the whole thing. You can just copy this block inside this app function and until it's go to the return, so we'll paste it here and then we'll copy this div and keep it on the return block instead of this div. Okay, so everything is done, and the last thing is you have to define here, you have to use a app id and app secret here. So let me go to the console. Here is the here is the dashboard. You can see this is the dashboard. You can go back to the dashboard again, so check it. So you can go back dashboard again and see this is the app we just created. So you can choose this one, then you can just find that the key again. Let me click here. So from here you can see this is the app id. What we will need, actually we need app id and server secret. So let me copy this app id. We will have to copy this and you can keep it right now there, and after then you have to copy this server key. So copy, let me copy this and paste it inside here. So you can secure it using dot environment variable, but right now let me keep it and let me check it if it's working or not. Okay, so let me go back to the websites here. Let me go back a on a step again, and from here everything is done. Let me click here. Right now we can see it's redirecting. Let me reset the permissions. So reload, allow microphone. You can just toggle turn on and off. You can see I'm just toggle microphone on and off, camera on and off, and then here the joining option, room joining option, let me just name it Mamun, and if I click this join, then it's joining. I'm just joining here. So let me just turn off the microphone, turn off the video, and from here I would like to share it with a incognito mode. So here I'm just sharing this link and I will don't allow this. So let me turn on and off. Okay, and here I also blog it and let me join it. So if you join here right now, you can see two peoples are joining on this. Why I'm just muting this, because actually for the video recording, but you can just check this. Okay, so I think it's everything is done. So if everything is working now, this time is that you have to deploy this. So for this, actually let me in this called, I'm just going back. Let me go to the root file, and here everything is gone. Let me clear all of this stuff. Don't worry, I will provide all the code and the documentations below in this video descriptions. So please check that links and the other stuff, that would be very beneficial. Okay, so right now we have already developed our projects. Now we'll have to just deploy it on Vercel. Okay, so for this what we have to do, we'll have to go to GitHub. Then here at first we will create a Git repository. Let me create a Git repository. Here we'll just define demo video call app. Okay, and I just name it, and then we'll create this, create a repository. Okay, fine. Then we will have to define this. So at first we'll just add a readme file. Let me clear it by pressing clear. Okay, now we'll copy the first line, paste it here, press enter. Okay, after then we'll define git init. Let me copy it, paste it. Then the third option is we'll have to define git add. So that's why here we'll define git add, and here we'll define dot, because we would like to add everything. So that's why the dot. Everything is added. Then we'll have to copy the fourth line, the fourth line here, copy all of this stuff, paste it here and press enter. So if you do this, look, it's everything is done and you can see 100%. So if you have 100%, you can refresh it. Now we can see the project is here on GitHub. So what you have to do to deploy it on Vercel, you have to go to vercel.com, and here, as I have just already logged in, so that's why it's redirecting to my dashboard. But if you don't have Vercel account created, you have to create that one. So from here you can see my profile, and here you can see add new projects. You have to create a new project, click the projects, and here you will have to import the git repository. The git repository is this repository that we created right now. Okay, so we'll import this. We don't have to do anything here, but if you would like to use .env variable, then you can just define in env variable here. But as we don't secure it, so that's why we'll just deploy it. It takes a few seconds to deploy these projects. Wait, so this is deploying. Oh, that's done. You can see the congratulations. And if everything is fine, then you can just click this, go to the dashboard, and here is the URL for the websites. Click here. Look, your website is looking something like this. You can just scroll it. It's also working. You can check it on a small devices. So you can see this, your website is still beautiful. And what if we just click this, it will redirect to there. I am just block this because I am recording video, so that's why I am just block everything, and then also block the camera. And then if I click this join, so a meeting is created, a room is created. Now you can just share this. Let me check if it's working. I'm just sharing this URL, and right now you can see the URL is the difference. It's not localhost, it's actually the Vercel URL. We'll copy this and maybe we can just share it to the incognito mode. And here if we paste this, you can see not found. Oh, it's a very common error when you deploy a project on Vercel. So it's a very common error. How you can just fix it? To fix it, actually, you will have to define a little thing here. You will click this package.json, create a new file. That would be vercel.json file. And here you have to config a little bit. So what you will just config, let me go back to the here, and we'll define Vercel config. We'll search it and you can just click this, go back there. If you scroll a little bit, where is this app, right? If you cannot find it, you can just check my git repository. I will provide that. So here, so let me back there. I will have the code. You can just go to the repository and you can find vercel.json. If you include this code on your vercel.json, look, this is the simple line code rewrite, and here we'll define source. The source will be slash dot and everything, and destination will be index.html. So this is the destination file. So if you define it, and again if you just define git add dot, then if you define git commit dash m, here it would be vercel config, and finally we'll have to define git push. Okay, everything is done, and it takes a few seconds to just respond the Vercel. So if you go back to the here and if you refresh, look, right now here 4 minutes ago, but when the upload is complete, it will just show you just now. Wait, it's still not showing. We have to wait a few seconds. Just now, when you have the just now, let's try again. Click here, click this call icon, and now joining, and now let's share this. And for now, let me go to incognito mode, share this. Right now you can see it's actually not showing the error. The error is fixed by using this simple line of code. So you can just copy paste and just make this. Actually, let me join it. Okay, so here you can see two items, two persons actually, and you can also just send message here, message from here. You can share your screen. You can see, you can just share the specific screen, or you can just share the whole screen, or you can just show the specific tab. It's up to you. Maybe let me show the VS Code screen. So you can see the VS Code screen is sharing, and this is the sharing option. I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and if you like this, please subscribe and let me comment so that I can understand what actually need to do the next. Okay, thank you. Let me stop it, and I also stop the call. Stop it. Let me close all of this stuff. I hope you understand how it will work. Thank you today.